All right, hello and welcome back. This is the Siberian here, and we have a very epic battle replay for us today. This is an LOC battle, meaning these are each worth a point, and whoever holds the most points at the end of the match wins with a 60-minute timer. I've let it play here for a few minutes just to cut out some of the beginning marching. This is a 3v3, so we got a French here, Bavarian in the center, and another French on this flank against an alliance of Prussia, then Britain, and Austria. So it's a 3v3. I was playing as the Bavarians in this battle. And then, let's see, Rose was playing as one French army, Clutch was playing as the other French army. Ooh, I don't remember who was who. I think Snake was Prussia, Vanitas was Britain, and Drecking was Austria. There we go. Did it from memory. Look at that. This battle was really epic. Came down to the wire, the last second. Go ahead and fast forward a little bit while we're marching into place. But yeah, so the main points are, don't work very well while double fast forward. There's a point, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 points on this side, and then there should be 3 more spread out. 5, 6, 7. I don't think we counted that one. I think there's one more. Oh, 7. So 7 buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. Anyways, how the LSC works. Oh, we can't miss my epic cav charge. My Bavarian Lancers spotted a howitzer and wanted to wipe it out. And there it goes. So these Lancers move really fast, so that's why I was able to get a surprise snipe on his howitzers there. And that also let me scout a lot of Austrians. What was I saying? It came down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings there. And this is the one that was really going to be the deciding factor. Whoever could hold on to this one would be, well, either that one or this one. But what we figured was we'd have one French army kind of line up here, defend this point, and I sent my Bavarians and this whole French army. I had a Bavarian force in the center still, but most of my Bavarians pushing towards this one. And if we could take this building and hold it, we would have the advantage in points. So that was our goal going in. I also got some French howitzers here. My 24-pound heavy artillery getting long-range shots, trying to take out some of that expensive cav. Oh, another howitzer there. Ooh. Getting the cover of the tree. So we're really starting off with an artillery duel. See on this flank, Prussia's withdrawing some batteries to this hill with the British, which is a good spot. A nice angle. Got a French force moving up and my Bavarian force moving up. Let's see. artillery raging through this area. This is going to be a scary hill right here. 4 batteries, 2 Prussian 12-pounders, a British 18 and a British 3-pounder. That's a lot of artillery. Meanwhile, we've double loaded this flank. So I am going to advance my troops, these Bavarians, try to fix the Austrians in place while the French make a sweeping attack around that flank and curl it in. We do have this big gap that I am sending my troops to fill, but it was a vulnerable spot. 24-pound heavy guns firing away. Oh, you know what? Hopefully this doesn't mess with my camera. All right, there we go. Now we should get the full range of sounds. Beautiful thing. Austrian lines getting ready to go into that building. Howitzers. Ooh. My heavy cav taking some loss. Only 3. Could have been worse. Although this one lost an artillery piece. That's I don't know if that was friendly fire or not, but just keep looking on this flank. These Frenchmen are securing this point. Oh, that 3-pound gun there. Probably start counter battering it. Oof. Yeah, cavalry is getting shredded right now by all those guns. And we're having a bit of an artillery duel with howitzers. Luckily, I was able to snipe that one howitzer unit before it could set up, because that would have really tipped the balance on this flank. Meanwhile, we're getting a good clutch here, is getting a nice flanking move. Look at that. Bavarians moving forward now as well. I think I'm going to move forward my artillery, and my militia are setting up in the center. Oh, that's my light cav getting pounded. Right, that's not good. And this is a hint of things to come. The British and the Prussians moving to the Franco-Bavarian alliance's left. All right. Still crossing the river here. Got a 6-pounder gun. We got another 18-pounder right there. That's a good artillery unit. Oof. Drummers taking lots of fire. And there's a unit hidden in this building that I can't see. I gotta figure out how to fix the building issues. I think if I edit the morale settings so that they aren't super unbreakable when they're hidden in the... Oh, that's unfortunate. French cav getting targeted by that artillery. Oof. Well, the French infantry is advancing with the Bavarians. My cav there broke, that's okay. French, just kind of layered defense of this area. Still the invisible soldier shooting out. volley. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. Shouldn't be, if I did my sound settings correctly, so we'll see. A wounded Lancer Guard moving, but right now, oh, and we spotted them. A line infantry with 210. These guys become a thorn in my side. As we are really pushing this left flank. Austria is starting to fall back a little bit. British holding firm in the hills and the woods, which we were fine with. We were gonna just let them sit back while we held the points, because as long as we take that one, we're good to go. Let's see, further on the flank, look at this, they're just extending this flank. The nice thing is, the French troops walk real fast. So if you're ever gonna flank with troops, the French are the way to go. Alright. I tried a weird... I think this building is glitched because this one is like that. So maybe if I remove a building... Yeah, maybe that'll help. Who knows? Those big buildings just tend to glitch anyways. Meanwhile, still pretty quiet, just an artillery duel on this front. My artillery's still back here. It's got good range, so... The French being aggressive, pushing forward. And we are getting a few kills, but not equal. Still winning that fight. Now I have some heavy cav here, getting ready for a charge. Let's keep checking the left, still stretching it out. That's a lot of cav. Ooh, General's bodyguard broke. Pretty quiet, just artillery duel still. Over there. Still trying to make headway against the Austrians though. We really did double team the Austrians. Clutch really pushed on this flank. That was a good move by him. I noticed that there was these Jaegers who are very expensive, and they're just below a rise. So, oh, sorry, it's so loud. So that's a good target for my troops, my cavalry, because then next to them is sharpshooters, and then next to that is that howitzer. So if I could snag all three, that makes this heavy cav unit worth it. He'll probably counter with this, but I'm pretty confident that I could do it, and that would probably distract. Oh yep, here's the first British support. Let's go in with the cav. And already a quarter of the time has elapsed. So we're pretty much taking this now. A quarter of the time is gone. So laggy. It wasn't like this during the actual battle. I think it's OBS, but let's see slow motion. Oh, that's worth a screenshot. Nice. Oh. Oh. Wait, what's that unit at now? Oh. Oh, just annihilated. And then I was going for these guys. Trying to sneak him in. My cav is taking a lot of damage, but oh, they're doing good work. 78. We got to the howitzers. Yes, let's get it. Come on. That's 2 breaking. Did form square, moving up. Oh, and we got another big French cav attack. Look at that. The British did, hold square, and now some Prussian hussars there, but this French heavy cav attack is just gonna roll through that line. My goodness. Look at all that heavy cav. Brutal. It's gonna shatter so many of those units. That was nice work by Clutch. You could even say it was clutch. Alright, still trying to deal with this unit. It's only lost 20 guys versus mine losing far too many, almost 100. Moving my militia over. Just kind of holding steady on this right flank. It is raging on the left. And the French cav are still going at it. But man, they really cleared out. Some Austrian heavy cav coming in with some British light cav. That's epic. Wow, that's pretty cool. Light cav still in there. Oh, we got a French chasseur à cheval harassing the retreating Austrians here. Man, Drecking is just getting hit hard from now 3 people. That cav still going in. Sorry, I had to check my phone. Let's see. Oh, we got some French cav finally broke to 2 big Austrian heavy cav units and formed square. Try and ward that off. And the chasseur à cheval allowed my troops to keep moving forward. Had some in reserve. Back here. Let's see, this is Bavaria. That's Bavaria. So this isn't, and I just had some heavier, these are my elites. Had them marching over just because I wasn't sure if Prussia would try and pressure and take this point. Because we have successfully pushed the British and the Austrians back. They're falling back there. And we were chatting about how we don't want to overextend. And it's hard. It's hard not to get too enthusiastic. Just a bloody battlefield here. So far, nothing really on this flank other than artillery duels, which looks like the French are not winning. I look up, I don't know if they've been targeting counter battery or not. Doesn't look like it. If he had kept the 18 pounder on this side of the river, you can park him like right there, get some flanking fire, but hindsight 2020. All right. So, though the French made a really good push, this is all the cav they have left. But that could become a problem. And there's a gap here between our forces. Now, I was getting real fed up with this unit that's still in there. 2 units fighting it, and it's still winning. Got some horsemen in there. That's funny. So eventually I told him, look, we'll allow your troops safe passage if you exit them from the building. Look at that. They gonna fire? Oh, they're gonna scream. Come on now. Fire. Maybe they're not in range. Oof. Those guys got hit. Oh, of course. Right as I move, they fire. That's gotta be how it works. Alright. Scan them back on this flank. Still just an artillery duel. Knocking down buildings. The British here are holding some pretty good ground. That's not easy to take. Austria, though, has taken a severe blow. However, France and I took some decent casualties in order to achieve it, so this one is still stuck in there. It's really frustrating. Looking on the battlefield. I was gonna send these injured light cav to go scouting. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Something about gunpowder Total Wars, man. They're just better. And there is the danger. Prussia. A lot of Prussia. And Clutchy noticed it pretty quickly, and reacted nice and quickly, which is good, because that's a serious threat. And here I'm actually pretty weak. I am shifting some elite troops that way. Those are Frenchmen. And these are probably what will make the difference for our troops. When these land good hits, it absolutely devastates, like this right there, the morale of an army, and can cause chain round slip, just like that. And that's exactly the kind of thing we need for this flank to survive. Oh, got some British moving forward. The French are, oof, taking some casualties there, but still moving forward themselves. My artillery's holding fire because they don't have good firing lines. And look, another Prussian force on this flank. Granted, it's a lot of conscripts and militia, but still, that's a danger. We don't have a ton. Few units. I was moving these because I noticed that, but it's a dangerous spot with Prussia on this flank and Prussia on that flank. One bonus of that is that it's hard for them to micro. Alright, let's see if... Looks like they're actually going in for the charge. Ooh. Pretty good charge from Hussars. Hussars are not charging cavalry. They are pretty... They're good at harassing and firing. Oh, that was a good general's bodyguard volley. And Clutch here is trying to preserve his forces. I'm trying to shore up a defensive line that he can fall back to. But all of a sudden, just as we double teamed Austria, now this French army is getting double teamed by Prussia and Britain. You know, on this flank, the Prussians looks like they're just holding for now. Got a 3-pounder horse artillery there. Oh, and now was where I told them they could get free passage. So both troops are exiting the building, and I was going to let them run through here, get back to their own lines. I think both end up breaking. Yeah, one of mine does. The other's wavering. But and recognizing the danger. Ooh, and some Prussians sneaking around the flank. But Prussia here is pushing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 Prussian units, along with a number of British, all against these 1, 3, 6, 9, 11 French. Definitely outnumbered on this flank now. And I'm trying to do what I can to support that. Also, have this cavalry that still hasn't had any combat yet, but ooh, Prussia took some nasty artillery hits. My Landwehr. And the French are moving forward. Oh, the screams of the slain. Oh. And we're about halfway through, so we captured this one pretty quick. But there is still a lot of time left. And this is a danger. Look at that. They're committing to a wide flanking movement. You'll see this just start to curl back as we try and protect this point. I think that was friendly fire, was it? No. That's my artillery. British now applying some force. That's not great for us. Oh. Some Frenchmen returning to their guns. The main pressure is still right here. Got a militia unit, some elite troops, some regular line infantry. The French here have reconnected, defending this river line. So I'm able to hold some of these back. And finally, we've officially captured the house. Moving my cavalry to the flank just because Russian cav is trying to swing around, probably to snipe these. And if we lose those guns, it is game over. Game over. Oh, a lot of cav moving in here. Oh yeah, Bavarian charge into some rifleman scouts. That is epic. 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 I don't know why I thought French was the right call right there, even though there were 0 Frenchmen fighting. Alright, got got rid of those rifleman scouts, but there's some heavy cav still there. Advancing, but I think I have these guys holding fire and these ones targeting right there. Probably getting some friendly fire, but at this point we just need to kill some of that heavy cav because it's a danger. We have lost contact with the Prussians again, although some of their hussars are over there. Alright, those guys are finally routed, and it looks like he's going to pull back his cavalry, which is probably a good call, though these are all militia, can't form square. Man, British artillery has been pretty brutal. Actually, British and Prussian. Alright, so we got a nice defensive line along the river here. Oof. That's a bloody battle. Bloody. Oh! The hussars are in. Get my cavalry to help out. And infantry is making a long march across. Some Frenchmen there. Like some Bavarians coming out that way as well. Getting stuck in the building, of course. But oh, Prussia. This is an interesting call by France, but it seems to work. He just charges in a bunch of infantry to build up that infantry mass. And then that lets me get my cav in here. Still, we got 26 minutes remaining. 26 minutes to hold this point and this point from the Prussians. And they have a force here, and we saw earlier a big force back here. That's no easy task. And all my guys are glitched in the building, of course. Austria's still got a decent corps there left alive. This thing is far from over. Alright, looks like we saw those hussars off and they've reformed and are immediately charging back in, probably unbeknownst to Snake, who's playing as Prussia. Sometimes your units just do that. I wasn't aware of this either until Clutch pointed it out. So, they caught me a bit unawares, but look at this. Oh, yikes. Got some elite infantry taking heavy losses. Meanwhile, it looks like the British are taking their turn, pushing forward. Man, these Irish taking heavy losses, thin lines. The French now engaged along with these Bavarians here, taking some nasty losses, looks like. Holding their own. Prussia still feigning an attack, maybe? Yeah, not committing. Because they know the real attack is coming from over here. France is now shifting. It does leave a gap here, which is dangerous because Britain's got some troops there. But I have some reserves as well. These guys have broken and are wavering now. Facing the wrong way. About facement. Man, this Prussian onslaught, just a mass of grenadiers and elite infantry. Ready to charge home and break the French morale. Elite lifeguard going on the flank. That's a pretty cool shot though, look at that. Oh, computer doesn't like it, but I like it. A little lower. That looks like France is, oh, look at that grenadier hit. Get back up, men, you're fine. Alright. The British are pressing home the attack. You have the high ground over here. Meanwhile, British move forward some artillery pieces, which could be deadly to our troops here. Still trying to hold the British and the Austrians against these Prussian or Bavarians, and then Prussia versus France on this flank. I do have these heavy cav. They're kind of like a medium cav. They got pretty good charge, but and stand okay in melee, but they're not like super heavy cav. You know what I'm saying? Whoa! Very nice. See, these are the MVPs. I really wonder how many kills they got. And I don't feel like the game calculates the correct number of kills one. But we are 22 minutes left. Just 22 minutes left on this. And the Alliance needs to capture one of these two. Got some French defense in depth here. Artillery shrapnel shotting into there. Broken buildings. Yes. Bad day for that peasant family. Ooh, the British are pressing close here. That is some roaring musket fire. Roaring. Ooh, good volley. And return volley. Elite lifeguard trying to turn the flank. This is a big moment here. France can't hold this hill. We lose this point. I do have my Bavarian cav back there, so that's a help. These units I was trying to send over kept getting stuck. Artillery missing a few times, but here we couldn't stand up to these guns, so pulled them back a bit. Let my 24-pound heavy guns try and take them out. Still pretty quiet on the right, but as you can see, this left is starting to curve, starting to bend. Bend but not break is our motto right now. Losing some troops. Oh, these guys are getting dangerously close. Sending in some reserves. Yeesh. Oh. Yeah, I got a few. Not quite a direct hit though. Oh, got a cavalry charge. Let's see how they do against these elite lifeguard. Oh, get the impact in. That will take them out. Oh, that was really good. Those are some good horsemen, although they're taking losses now. And these infantry form square. cav breaks, unfortunately, and they're so close to the barrier. That's going to be the end of my heavy cav there. But they took out a whole unit, so I think it was worth it. The various lines are thinning. Meanwhile, the British keep pressing with their Austrian allies. British have really got a lot of ground to cover here. But we got a lot of reserves on this flank. I was sure that Prussia was going to start pushing. But they were busy pushing over here, and look at that. That is an intense conflict. Ooh. Heavy cav back here now from Austria. That's a danger. If that can sneak around the flank or punch a hole through, that will take out our howitzers. So I moved to General's bodyguard to mirror it. Still struggling. Oh, got some elite grenadiers coming in for a charge. Oh, these grenadiers take a massive blow. Countercharge some Bavarians into them. Got a couple, maybe, but not great. Meanwhile, Cav's still moving on the flank. I'm trying to counter this British push. I got have some elite lines coming up, yeah. Alright, Horse Grenadier Guards from Austria charging in. These guys did form a pretty good square or something. No square. And that's going to be a painful break there. I do have my General's bodyguard coming in, try and help out. That was pretty epic. Alright, and that does it. That gets one unit off, shattered, the other wavering. Very close now. Ooh. And I think that artillery shell did it. Did take out a few of mine, but that's alright. Meanwhile, the Prussian grenadiers are in the melee and they are winning decisively. That's not good. Try to form up on their flank. But now I'm rushing some reinforcements that way. This is just precarious positioning. Russia seems to be making good gains. We did break them, but two of our units, one French and one Bavarian, break. British are now advancing. We got a cav charge here. Pushing through. Oh! Good lord. That's absolutely brutal. Can't believe these guys haven't broken yet. Cannot believe it. Wow, the cuirassier break. Yeah, they almost punched a hole through and got to the artillery, but couldn't quite do it. Meanwhile, we got brutal fire coming in on these Bavarians who are now wavering, but we got more coming up to defend. Sending the general over that way to help shore up morale. This flank, we still got little action, okay. And that French push did not end up working. Oh, and now they're taking losses in this clumped up line. Oh man. Austria is pushing forward. I do have some line grenadiers. These are really good melee troops moving forward. But Prussia's trying to flank, it looks like, still. The British aren't great in melee. If I can manage to close the distance without getting flank charged too badly. looks like we're just kind of pulling back in the middle, shoring up what lines we can. Area going in for the charge. Oh, they turned the wrong way. Oh, but we've scared him with the square with this general's bodyguard cav. Lets these guys get into melee, and that they'll start winning that one. Although, yeah, these guys are coming in. That's a danger. Very big danger. These guys can form a solid square, which is not good for us. That's hard to deal with. And some more Austrian and general's bodyguards coming in. You know, the French lines, they're holding on, but it's not pretty. It's not pretty, especially on this flank. You have some of my grenadiers there. Tried to form solid square just to hold up as much as possible, but charges in his general's bodyguard into the mess and melee. Mine goes in after it. Still holding, still holding. Things are thin and dangerous. Have some good grenadiers here. Probably pull them back. They don't die just to artillery. There's a field marshal. Trying to get good hits, but unfortunately none of those ones landed. Let's see if we can get a overshooting still a little bit. And this flank is starting to fail. This is not good. Not good. Meanwhile, there's a mass charge. Oh my goodness, Austria and Britain are going in after the Bavarians. Holding on for dear life. And it looks like Prussia is gonna follow suit here in a moment. I am pulling my grenadiers in. I think I was gonna try and defend this town with them. French general coming in. Yikes. Oh, that was a good hit. Alright, let's get back to the action over here. Oh, and the French. The Prussians closed the range. Oh, and this one got hit by a friendly artillery fire. That's really unfortunate. Alright, so Prussia commits its melee heavy troops into the line, and it seems to be working. I'm moving up mine. Drecking, that's Austria. This field marshal just died. That could give us a chance on this flank. Tried to support my allies as best I could. French. Oh, that was brutal. That shattered them. Wow. But unfortunately, it breaks this French guard as well. That Republican infantry is low on numbers. And we are losing troops quickly here. It looks like the British and Austrians and Prussians are going to push into this town and take the victory point needed. Which means this side also vulnerable. Oh, and here it comes, the elite lifeguard into that howitzer. Finally got caught. I did send over my field marshal, try and help out, and one more line grenadier there. Let's looks like Clutch's French Field Marshal came in there as well. Some French Guard helping out. We really did, though we were losing overall, we're getting a decent number of kills, and now France is recovering. The British here are pushing hard. Britain just abandoned this line, so I'm now pushing up to try and hit them on the flank and let my artillery hit. We are rushing what troops we can over. There's only 8 minutes left, and it appears the British, as soon as they take out this Bavarian and this French, whatever this French one is, Guard. Oh, and there's another Bavarian. Once these are taken out, they'll have control of this point. Wow. The French Field Marshal saving the day, kinda. Wow, they managed to break a few units there. My Field Marshal shooting their pistol. Meanwhile, the British going in for a melee charge. Going all in. Very bold of the British, although I did just have land where, oh, and my troops are firing in melee. I didn't even realize that. That's funny because his troops end up doing the same thing. But I noticed that, but I didn't notice my troops were doing the same. But the British don't have great melee skills. Not terrible, but it's not where they excel. And Ver breaks. But throw in the Munich Grenadier regiments. They have some artillery that can hit the flanks. British showing signs of weakness. Austria's just about done. And over here, there's one elite grenadier versus a guard infantry. That's it left. I guess there's some back there. Absolute bloodbath around this town. Look at that. French Field Marshal coming back in. Some elite infantry. Oh. My heavy artillery just shot through my own troops, through a lot of their troops, but it causes enough to break that I think it was worth it. Oh, goodness, this is a mess. Oh, brutal. Some French grenadiers here, loading horses. Also, oh, nice, elite French troops on the flank. My Bavarian Field Marshal going for that 3-pounder, 18-pounder rather. Oh, there's a 3-pounder as well. This artillery could have been a problem. But there it goes. That's gonna wipe out that. And then we can shift to the 3-pounder. Awesome. 3-pounder gets taken out. There is another 3-pounder there. French Field Marshal has reformed. Prussia is retaking this hill, but just 2 heavily depleted units. Meanwhile, we're breaking the British. Look at that. Man. that British charge was just a tad hasty, although there's still all these Prussians. But they only have 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes, to get here and take this point. I don't think they can do it. Even if they just march there straight with no resistance, seems unlikely that they'd be able to pull it off. British 3-pounder there. Got my field marshal heading from the back. The French field marshal. Oh, these troops aren't firing. Oh man, that's unfortunate for the British who get sandwiched. However, with a French soldier in there, we do own that point. Could contest its control until this one's gone, but these ones could retake control. But I'm moving some Bavarians and some Frenchmen are moving to retake that point. 3 British units have survived. And Prussia is now advancing a whole lot of fresh troops. I just don't know if it's in time. With the artillery presence we do have, which is these 18-pounders, 3 of them, and 5 of my 24-pounders, that's gonna be tough. It is feasible though. Some Scots making a charge. Ooh. That's a good point blank. Here they come in. Ooh. 2 more losses. Oh, that would do it. Yep, that'll do it. 2 minutes remaining. This thing is down to the wire, but it looks like with Prussia being held up by that cavalry, my Bavarian troops making it to the building, it looks like the French and Bavarian army alliance is gonna hold. That is, unless Prussia somehow rushes these guys forward, but the thing is they only have 1.5 minutes left. Doesn't seem likely. Does not seem likely. Ooh, that sounded like heavy losses somewhere. It's a lot of militia. Back over here. The British do have that field marshal. That could be a danger. Oh man, just look at the carnage here. 48 seconds left and just, man, we pushed all the way to here as the Franco-Bavarian alliance. Pushed all the way to here and then got pushed all the way back. But we managed to finally hold. What a good battle that was. And as time expires, Prussia still has a lot of troops. But we have the victory points. There it is. Victory. Oh, Prussia's general's bodyguard is still there. Despite that epic Prussian and British assault, we have held the battlefield. So as you can see, this was actually me. This is, I have the replay for, who was it? Oh, Rose. Rose now has this army. This is me, Clutchy. I brought a lot of militia, took a lot of losses. Decent amount of kills though, I still got the most kills. Even if I had the most losses. Let's look at. Alright, that's some good grenadier use. Look at all those units that got 0 0 kills. That light cav got 1. Man, that elite infantry lost 1 guy and didn't kill any the whole time. Oh, those poor heavy cav probably got shot by artillery. Anyways, guys, a very fun, epic battle replay. We should be doing more of these 3v3s, hopefully even a 4v4. The LOC battles are really fun. I quite enjoy the added element. So if you guys are interested, make sure you check out the mod in the that's linked below, and join the Discord to set up more of these matches. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, have a good one. Bye.